welcome back and thank you for joining us. Here with Jonathan and Tim, and there's been quite a lot going on since we last saw you. As you can see, I've had a massive incursion from Italy, so one stack of like two mechanized infantry and one recon vehicle all in one stack came sweeping through and took all these territories and this one. I've just taken that one back, and then they attacked Strasbourg, and I've just wiped them out. So let's have a look. I've got 25.9 out of 32 hit points with just 2 units, and they had 3, so they had 1 recon vehicle and 2 mechanized units, but I was able to aerial attack them, had a bit of support from Tim as well, and then I was able to bombard them with my artillery at key points, so that really helped. And then I had Austria come in with a big stack, a huge stack. They had so I had an army here in Basel and in Bern, and when I saw them coming after me with their big stack, I just combined forces in Bern and just defended there. And so I did have 2 recons and 8 motorized infantry. I think I lost 1 in motorized infantry. And they got to a point where they were 2 minutes away from landing and attacking Bern, and then they bounced off again. So I think they were baiting me to see if I would go out and attack them, because when you defend, you have a much better chance of winning. Here, if you defend, I've gotten 39 defense points, but if I was to offense and attack, it's only 28 points. And Austria's big stack was 2 combat recon vehicles and 6 motorized infantry plus a spare leading motorized infantry, and I think that might be their tactic, because that's what Italy did as well. They split their forces and they went in with 1 unit and then in with the rest, as if that first leading unit kind of distracts you from the attack, takes all your might and so on, and absorbs the initial impact, and then they go in with the rest of their forces. Have you two come across that before?
Yeah, we played against this one guy who would just waltz in one guy, and then when you went to get it, he had rocket launchers sitting behind it, which you couldn't see because they were sitting in his home province, and you just lose whatever would go and take that. Okay,
so there are quite clever baiting tactics, and you've just got to make sure you don't fall for them. So I'm taking back the land that Italy took. Austria thought twice about attacking my big stack, and they were just trying to bait me out and get me to attack them with the weakest, getting weaker stats. So I just need to consolidate, I think, and recover and just work out exactly where I want to be defending. So I'll take you to Strasbourg, and we'll have a closer look, because I've got some units on the way. So I've got these 2 motorized infantry units. They're going to take back this bit of land in between Strasbourg and Bern, and then we'll join in with Strasbourg. So we'll have 3 motorized units and 1 combat recon vehicle, and also I've got these guys up here coming into Strasbourg as well to join the party. So we'll have another combat recon vehicle and motorized infantry. So we'll have a little stack there that's going to be quite powerful. I've got this recon unit just going into these 2 areas to regain the land, and this infantry battalion is going to reclaim this bit of land and then reinforce Marseille. Marseille is my weakest area now, that's nearest Italy. Greatest risk of attack as well, because it's the rare materials. That's where I get all my rare materials. So they might. Italy's possibly going to target Marseille because it's the weakest and nearest to them, and it's got the most attractive materials. So we'll see. And Italy did in fact message Tim, who's controlling the UK. What did they say, Tim?
They said, "Why you war me?"
Because you were coming down from the north to reinforce me. You had some artillery.
I was chipping away at his group with my fighter while there no way that struggles well.
Nice. Yeah, you had your artillery.
They were pretty weak by the time they got to you, and you just finished them off.
Yeah.
From what I saw.
And you sent your plane in after the Austrians' big stack, which was a big help.
Yeah.
Helped see them off. And if I show you my plane as well, it's taken quite the damage. So I'm down to 4 health points out of 15. I'm just going to leave him there, I think, for a while just to recuperate. Otherwise, I'll lose him completely. I think I must have just lost my troop off Nevers, is my city just below Paris. I must have lost a troop there. Maybe Italy attacked it, or there wasn't one on there. I don't know why Italy didn't attack that vulnerable city, but they did just want to go in and basically annex Bern and Strasbourg, working with Austria to try and get me down. But I was able to defend these 2 key cities. And if I have a look at Strasbourg as well, this is where I have now built an army base level 2, and I've got arms industry level 1. And I'm just going to see where I am with the research. Okay, so I'm 8 hours away from the Leopard 2 tank, which is the main battle tank. So once I've researched the battle tank, I'll be able to build it straight away. Of course, it'll take a little bit of time. It's going to take 1 day, 4 hours. So I'm 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm about a day and a half away from producing my first battle tank, which will be very nice, especially popping up in Strasbourg. So I can take it down into Austria, because they've got a big stack now, and I know they've got one. So I'm going to have some pretty overwhelming power to take them on. But if we can hear a bit more about what's happened to you guys, Jonathan, you've got quite a lot more land here in Germany.
Yeah, they haven't put up much of a fight. Just moving to Prague now, and then I'll be ready to take some of Austria's cities. I've got my infantry officer who's about to get stuck in with the fight. And it's been quite handy using my artillery to just sit outside of some of these cities and chip away at the health.
Nice.
They've got... Yeah, but apart from that, there's not really been much going on. Nobody's attacked me so far, which is quite nice. It means I can expand quite a lot early on.
Looks like you've got an active fight going on here in the south. Is it South Germany? Pretty much.
This is Czech Republic.
Czech Republic in Prague, is it?
Yeah, this fella here, he's nearly dead.
So there's a plane going over. What's that?
This is my fighter. I sent him to have a punt at one of Austria's troops. Just the air superiority I started off with.
Oh, you're right on Austria's doorstep now. I'm surprised, actually. I thought it would take you a bit longer. So that's really good news, because you'll be able to take a bit of the heat out of the fire for me. We can both go at Austria now.
If I take his capital, that's pretty much game over for him.
Nice. Which one's his capital? Is it Vienna?
Vienna. It'll be good night, Vienna.
Yeah, and you'll gain a hospital there, so you could recuperate, and you get... Oh, that's a good one to have. You get loads of supplies.
And in Linz too. He's built them everywhere, hasn't he?
Yeah. I can see why hospitals are needed. And can you talk us through your battle that you've got, all the different units that you've got massing on Prague?
Yeah, so I've organised some of them a bit haphazardly, but I try and group them together and send them all at once. I made a bunch of combat recon vehicles, and then I've been sending them at each city. At this point in the game, they're very strong, and they're going to lead the charge into Prague. And then I'm just going to amass everything there. It'll be a stack of about 8 units, and then just move them all at once into Vienna, and they should be able to clear out any troops that are in there.
Very nice. And I'm just going to go through your units one by one. You're actually attacking basically one unit of motorized infantry, is that right?
Yeah, there was 2 on there.
Okay.
So yeah, just really playing the numbers game, piling them all on a couple of troops at a time.
Oh yeah, they'll be dead soon. They've got 1.5 hit points left, and I've just looked through your units. You've got 3 combat recons and 2 motorized infantry. Combat recons are super good against infantry. They've got an attack rating of 4.5. It's only 1.5 against tanks. Then if you look at the infantry, they've got an attack of 3 against infantry and 2 against tanks. So yeah, the combat recons are really good at mowing down infantry, and I can see here your special unit, your elite battalion, and it's pretty good. It's got 31 hit points all on its own, and oh my god, its attack rating is 7 against troops and 5 against tanks. That's huge.
Not only that, it boosts tank speed by 15%, and for all ground units, it boosts their attack by 15%, their defense by 15%, and their speed by 15% as well.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
So, yeah. And another thing to be wary of is the sight range. So that's when you can see the composition of the army you're coming against. And with combat recon, you get 40 just at the start. So yeah, you can tell what kind of fight you're going to get into a bit sooner. It's always a good idea to stick at least one of those on a stack if you're looking to attack somewhere. And I think they're quite good for just sitting on a city and defending too, which is why I've got a couple at the coast. Yeah,
we can see it down here on the bottom of the stats. Oh, that's a really good thing to note. So, yeah, it's the sight range is 25 for the troops and 40 for the combat recon vehicles. So that's really useful, having them in a stack. Very nice.
It's
and you've got
more subtle. Sorry, it's a little bit more subtle than in other games, but you've got a fog of war. So you can see everything that's on your lands, but you'll notice around each of your troops, you've got a little area that's lit up, and that is the sight range.
Yeah, that's super useful to know. Okay, I'm a bit jealous of your elite unit now. I'm pretty keen to get one myself, I think, to add to a big stack. So let's see if I can research it. So you've got the infantry officer. Yeah, I can research it. It's cheap enough. So I'll just research it. And we'll see what happens. 12 hours to go for the research on that, and we'll go over to Tim. What have you been up to?
Yeah, so what am I doing? So I've just taken Cologne today, I think. Just want to take Hanover first, and then that's probably pretty much it on mainland Europe for now. I'll probably just support you guys. And then I'm going to move to Norway next for taking my own territory.
Yeah.
Are you going to take Munich?
No, I'll probably just leave that to you. Or Alex, whoever gets there first.
Yeah, it's kind of on our way, isn't it?
I'm good with this. I mean, yeah, I just need components and electronics, really, just to build ships. So I've got plenty of those now with these cities.
And have you noticed Reykjavik on your north?
Oh yeah, Iceland. Yeah, actually, that's a good shout.
Take them. Oh, and I found something out. Have you realised where you've got another territory in the south of Spain?
Gibraltar. Yeah.
You've got Gibraltar.
I'm surprised that hasn't gone yet, to be honest. Like Spain.
That's where he said taxes.
Someone usually moves in there pretty quickly. From
you've kept it.
I've seen in last games, but.
It must be pretty easy to take.
Yeah.
And you've got a nice little island to the south, Bastia. What have I got? Not much.
Not a lot.
Yeah, that's it. Bastia in the Mediterranean. So I wonder if Italy will go for that, or I don't know. We're going to have to see how this plays out. I've certainly got a desperate need for a lot more units to reinforce me, so I've got 4 motorized infantry. I did have a load of recon vehicles, so they're out and about, joining my front line, which is my eastern flank. So Bern, Strasbourg, and maybe Marseille as well are very important cities to reinforce for me at the moment. Especially as I was threatened with attack on Strasbourg and Bern, and also Strasbourg is going to be where I produce my battle tank. So that's going to be really important for me to boost my army's power, because it's the tank. If we have a look at it from the research, It's pretty hard. It's main battle tank. There it is. It's got 9 attack against troops and 8 attack against tanks. And I think if I have one of those special infantry units in there with it, and it boosts its stats, then it's going to be pretty hard to take. Is it terrain information? Right, it's got a plus 50% for open ground, and plus 25% defense, but it's not great in the mountains, that tank. It's minus 50%, minus 25%. Sight range is 25. So it's good on the open ground.
The biggest thing you'll notice about the different terrain types is just the time it takes to move through them. Forest and mountains take forever. Open ground you'll fly through. It'll take forever to take somewhere in Vietnam, but plenty of areas in the Middle East you can take in a day or two.
We've got this mountain range in the north of Italy, or well, going right through Switzerland really, and into Austria. I don't know if they're the Alps, or my geography's not great, but I think they're possibly the Alps, because they go into France as well. And I know the Alps are shared by a lot of different countries, so that's going to be really slow moving through a lot of this terrain for us as we bite into Italy. Quite fancy getting hold of Rome in Italy, because that's got their rare materials. So they've got 1,200 rare materials. So that'll be interesting to get hold of. And as soon as I get all my motorized infantry that I've started building now, which will be ready in about 10 hours, I'm gonna join them down to Marseille. So I've got some pretty reasonable stacks forming in. Well, I've got a big stack in Bern with 2 recon vehicles and 7 motorised infantry. It'll be interesting to see the Strasbourg stack, because I think it's going to be, probably about 6 or 7 units, including the artillery. And I can see Tim's artillery there going for Frankfurt and up to Hanover. And then all my remaining units that I build and gain are going to go down to Marseille to reinforce them, because I've only got 1 combat recon vehicle down there at the moment. Pretty vulnerable to attack from Italy. What are you thinking about some of your immediate next moves, Jonathan, after you've attacked Prague and won Prague? Are you going for Vienna?
Yeah, and then I figure we might as well take the rest of Austria. If Serbia doesn't pose an immediate threat to the south, then we can move on to take Italy. And meanwhile, I'll just be keeping an eye on what Romania and Ukraine are doing. I noticed that Ukraine have invaded one of Belarus's cities in Brest. So it'll be interesting to see if they go to war with one another. If you have a look further to the east as well, some cities are on fire in the Ukraine-Russia border. Looks like they're trying to reclaim back some of the land. Yeah, and Greece and Serbia, they've been scrapping it out. South of Europe too. So maybe they're preoccupied and we can just continue with our own agenda for now.
Yeah, and I've just bounced into the political view, and it's a lot clearer to see, isn't it? I can see why you have that as your permanent view. So we can see Brest has been taken over, and then a couple of these, Okay, it looks like Russia's come in and gone for Donetsk and whatever that is, Dnipro.
And now you've brought it up, we might as well talk about the other options you've got.
Yeah.
So if you just go down the list, you can toggle the resources that are on the city. I find it useful to see that. Population morale, that'll be useful if you're wondering which one of your cities are going to go rogue. Obviously, Reds, they're more likely to. One thing I like is to toggle the connections on and off.
Resources.
The little branch arrow there.
Right, hang on, slow down a bit. So we've just had a look at toggle resources. What's the next one you were looking at? Population morale. Population morale is one that's interesting to look at. So you'll notice some of the cities in Central Europe, when you click on that, they're bright red. So they've just been taken.
So those ones are far more likely to be taken over by rogue state.
Yeah, like Brussels went rogue.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Just skimming through it, toggling connections. This is a useful one because when you move into a province, you capture it when you reach the center. But there's usually like a few little routes that go there. But you might want to stop your unit just before you reach the center of a province or just before you reach a city. And it's great for planning routes if you've got that turned on.
Okay.
It does look quite messy at the same time.
Helps with planning routes through the sea as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the main one.
And later in the game, you'll get submarines, and especially if you look into like the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic, you'll see there's very big areas that all converge onto a small point, and that's where you want to stick your ships and your submarines.
Okay. Yeah.
And the final thing, just terrain types. I don't particularly like looking at this one, but does give you just a broad vision of like how it's going to be when you move into a continent. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Terrain type. Yeah, just having a look at terrain types. So, okay, yeah. So the open fields are like a dark green. All the dark green's got trees, and then the really open stuff is a light green, and then we've got mountains that are just kind of like a non-color in a way. Just, and then the brown. What's the brown? Like desert or something, or just?
Desert's like yellowy kind of brown, and then up to the north you'll see you get some like greyish white, which is tundra, and that's particularly horrible to walk through. And Tim, you'll be facing a lot of that when you go and take Norway, as you know.
Yeah,
very cold up there. Yeah.
Okay, great rundown of all these things on the side. Going back into normal view, just got the red incursion through my territory, and then the fog of war. Okay, looking good. So I think pretty excited about getting a tank in Strasbourg. I think you're attacking Vienna's really going to help with the whole situation I was in today. It'll get me back on top, so that's really good. But we do need to be careful of Austria's big stack. So they've got a unit where they've got like 2 recon vehicles and 6 infantry, and it's got 95 hit points. It did take a little bit of a beating. I don't know if they'll try and reinforce that with any more units, but that's something to bear in mind. But it was last seen around Bregenz, so they may have retreated back to Bregenz, or they could be in Basel. I don't really know, but we'll find out. And what I'm going to do is, as soon as I've recaptured this area of land in between Strasbourg and Bern, I'm going to put my artillery there in this area, because they will be able to defend both cities from any sort of attack, or they'll at least be able to chip away at anyone if they come back at me, even if they don't end up actually attacking me and going off again. So that'll be... I really liked what the artillery did. It really helped me out, and so I'm really keen to at least consider going in on artillery research at some point. Would you go for mobile artillery or rocket launchers?
Mobile artillery before. I usually just go straight into the rocket launchers, and the main reason for that is just they give the most range. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because their attack range is 75, and they've got an attack rating of 4.5 against troops, 4 against tanks. And then if we have a look at the mobile artillery, their attack range is 65, and then attack of 4 and 4 against tanks and troops. So the rocket launchers, they're much better, but not available till day 5. Probably won't have the resources anyway to build them till day 5 at least anyway. So that's fine.
And you need a level 4 army base, and it's pretty hard to get that early on.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, level 4 army base. That's quite a requirement, isn't it? There it is. Yeah, level 4 army base, 1 arms industry, and so I guess mobile artillery is a bit more achievable. But you still need a level 3. I must say I did find the towed artillery very useful, and it's got a decent enough tack, and I could build that now. You know, I've got the army base level 2, I've got arms industry level 1, and it still gives you an attack of 3.5 and 3. So as an early game, cheaper, easier thing to get on the board, could consider that. Or if you're going for the longer game, then go for that missile launcher, I guess. So the other thing I guess we haven't necessarily mentioned is that this is a live game. I'm putting the videos out pretty much, if it's the same evening, then it's like 4 hours later, because it takes time to upload and edit. I just top and tail the ends, or sometimes it's the next morning. So there's a 4 to a 12-hour delay on the videos going out going out on YouTube. So there's that to think about. I guess people may see what we're doing, but we won't touch on that too much. We don't want to encourage anything. So I think next time we meet, which will be in 24 hours, I think we'll have probably taken over Germany and possibly even Austria. We'll have certainly bit into Austria really hard to a point where they'll have bitten the dust, I think. Italy will probably try something sneaky with me again, so I'm going to have to be on my guard, and it'll be interesting to see what they do. Just trying to really work out what they might do and defend Marseille, I think. So yeah, Italy will be the next threat, but we should be able to take them together. And I think maybe, Tim, do you think you'll be starting on Norway soon, or is that going to take a little while?
I have got troops spare, which I'm now just collecting in Edinburgh. So I'll collect sort of 5 or so troops there, ready to go over to Oslo. I'm just getting a couple of corvettes near to Oslo, and I'll just start hammering down on.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we haven't had a look at any boats yet in the game. I'm going to have a look at your stats. So your attack range is 50, so it's the same as the artillery, and your radar range is 75, which is pretty huge.
Yeah.
But so the attack rating's pretty low, so it's mainly a transport ship. But you've got range, so you can chip away it. So your sight range is the outer blue circle, and then your weapons range is the inner kind of white circle.
White circle, yeah. It's very more nice. The ships, it's like they don't do much damage, but there's also nothing that they can do about them. So they'll just sit there completely uncontested, chipping away for, just leave them there for 24 hours, I guess, and then just move in.
Cool.
Once the troops are gone, or weak enough to just sort of one hit. And then just sort of move around the coast, one city at a time.
Yeah, very nice.
And then cleaning up the provinces afterwards.
Just having a look on the coalition's map. So we are the coalition with 197 provinces. The next nearest to us is the Allies, and that's where there is Italy and Austria and Greece. They're going to slowly bite the dust.
Right now.
Sorry. What was that, Tim?
They're sort of our rivals right now, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're totally like our deepest, darkest enemy right now that we should be able to smash, but we've got to be careful because they do have quite a lot of armies.
It does actually. It's a bit of a mess in Europe, to be honest. It kind of looks like Austria, Serbia, and Greece have kind of just all destroyed each other.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Like, they've literally just destroyed each other. I mean, so Greece has taken a couple of Serbian cities, Serbia's taken a couple of his cities. It's a bit of a mess.
Just going on the political view.
So they could be pretty easy to roll.
Yeah.
In the next few days.
So Austria's here. They're kind of like a light white area. There's the red area is Serbia, and then Albania is in blue. They've taken a bit of a beating by Serbia, I think. And then, or is it Greece? Greece in blue. Difficult to tell, but yeah.
Greece in blue.
Okay.
Dark blue.
Yeah, so Greece have gone up into Serbia. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. And they'll have weakened each other for our advance, which would be great. So we can definitely take advantage of that.
I mean, the fact that they've sort of traded cities like sort of just makes it more likely for one of them to give up and just leave the game.
Yeah, one of them gets too weak not to carry on. It does look like Greece has taken the rare materials city of possibly Serbia, which might mean that Greece has the upper hand. But then, I see. So Greece has lost their... I don't know if Greece might have lost their rare materials city. There's a rare materials city they're being contested anyway. Okay, no, that's just a rare materials province. Pristina is the rare materials city, and then Greece has Athens. It'll be interesting to see what goes on there by the time we get there for attack. So something just happened with... I had some messages come up. 7th Recon, enemy defeated. That's what happened earlier when Italy was attacking me. I'm just going to go through the event log and just let you have a look at that. If you want to pause it at any point, see what's been going on. Quite a lot went on. You can see all of the logs in the events. And something interesting happened actually. I don't know if any of you are aware of this or if this has happened to you yet, but I've got a bright purple, bright pink box in my events log, and it says agent suspended, suspected spy action. One agent on intelligence mission who was working for Pakistan, so that's Austria.
Italy.
Has been captured in Paris. So captured a spy in Paris that Austria sent.
It's working for Pakistan, you say?
The player's name is Pakistan. Yeah, and Pakistan. Oh no, Pakistan is Italy. Okay.
It's going to get confusing.
Yeah,
because that would have cost him 10k, and that's a lot of money to spend in the first 3 days.
Cool.
Which should really be spent on building useful things.
And
he got captured
there. What did they get from that spy?
Captured.
What would they have achieved?
The fact that it was captured means it probably gave him nothing. To be honest, it would have. So spies do just reveal what units are currently on a city.
Yeah.
But it seems like, I think that if it got captured, it won't have done that.
Yeah, and I wonder if I got anything from the spy if I captured him. Maybe I could have tortured him and stuff and got information out of him or them.
Well, that does happen sometimes. Like, if you capture spies, then it reveals information about their cities.
Yeah. Just going to have a look at what they were doing in Rome, their main city. Rome's got a damaged arms industry, so they must have been attacked somewhere from the south, but it wasn't very successful. They've got level 2 army base, and they've got an air base and a harbour. Cool, it's got a bit of everything going on. Morale's 81% though, which is pretty high. So we'll have to see who will get their hands on that prize. Okay, so I think we've covered everything we need to. Any last words from you, Tim, about what you're planning to do or what's happened or anything?
Just kind of... I mean, I'm currently waiting for the airbase level 2 to be completed.
Yeah.
Currently researching frigates as well, so they'll be both ready tonight. Later tonight, I'll be able to build my first strike, build my first frigates.
Nice.
So I'll start getting some nice sea defences in. I have a few planes to help you guys with.
Brilliant. Yeah, it'll be
But
nice seeing your
other than
frigates and their stats.
that, yeah, and infantry upgrade tonight as well.
Oh yeah.
A4 first engine upgrade on the infantry.
That makes a big difference, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It says the motorized infantry.
Yeah.
Oh, it says this research is only available after day 4.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that probably about one or two. Should have enough resources by then.
Okay, so you're going to go for that when it becomes available, which is going to be soon. So we're on like day 3 and 100 hours in the evening. Yeah, so four more hours till day 4 starts. So okay, you're going to be up that late.
Yeah, always are.
I must say, with a baby and a toddler and a physical job, I can't last till that late at night. I'm just too tired. But
Yeah.
I'm up early. They wake me up early. I'm up at 6, 7 throughout the night. It's good life. Any last words from you, Jonathan?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Well, mainly, I guess, I'm going to retake this territory. I'm going to reinforce Marseille. I'm going to hopefully build a main battle tank before long. Certainly start building it by the time we next see you guys, and have a load of reinforcements. I'm really short on supplies at the minute, so I'm just building things whenever I can, and also a bit short on manpower and rare materials, but that'll all build up. I'm down at $2,000, but I was down to lower. I've just been spending everything and doing everything I can. So thank you for watching, everyone, and it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Tim and Jonathan.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Over and out.